What was your earliest memory of needing to be tough?
My dad beating my mom, probably about 5 years old. He was beating her up in our kitchen. I remember not knowing what to do. My mom yelled at me to go call the police, and this is my stepdad. He was a gangster, and he yelled at me not to call the cops. And I was so loyal to my mom that I ran next door and called the cops. And I feel like I had to pay for that for my whole life. I feel like my stepdad made me realize I was less than. He robbed every part of my childhood from me. He stole every bit of innocence I had. All I ever wanted to hear was that he loved me and he was proud, so I was willing to do anything for that.
You would want to hear those words even from your stepfather.
My birth father sold me for 10 grams of coke. He sold me in my adoption to my stepfather. When you take kids like me and you beat them up hard enough, wow. When you beat them up, they shut down, and then you don't feel like, yeah, shit, man. You still feel like you have much to offer the world. There's no one to really guide you and help you realize what gifts you have. So it's been definitely a process trying to figure out what I'm worth and what I have to offer the world. And
how did a lack of love from your father affect you later on in life?
It made me angry. It broke something inside of me that made me question all my intuition. It made me do things I never would do in a million years. It made me fight people I never would have fought. It shut me down. When I felt insecure, unsafe around people, when I feel like they're gonna abandon me, that's that lure that I grew up with. That if I didn't do everything the way it needed to be done, I wouldn't be able to earn any affection, any type of affirmation. For me, affirmation was love. And I didn't realize that as a kid. But I would work hard. I would break my body as a kid, doing the work that a grown man should be doing, not a 10-year-old boy. All because I thought maybe my stepdad would come to me and be like, I'm proud of you, you did a good job. And as a young boy, that would have meant to me that I love you, like you're accepted.
Was it just an innate desire to want that?
Love?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like any child, it's such a primitive, intuitive thing that you naturally want. So unbeknownst to me, I think I've always guarded from it and been very protective, but I've always dreamed of it. I think that's maybe why I write about love so much. It's because I've had the antithesis of it. I know what it's like not to have it. I've seen a world that's cloudy and gloomy and angry, and I dream of the sun without knowing what it is.
You weren't given an ounce of love from your parents. I'm guessing you were probably physically abused, emotionally abused.
Yeah, 100%.
How does someone like that still not just go into the abyss?
But maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just the recoil of such a great desire to give something of myself to other people and trying to get it out. I don't know. It's like writing songs. I can't tell you where they come from. I can only tell you that they come out of me and they pour out. How come a blind person can have concepts and understandings of shapes and places and experiences when they can't see the world? It's like you can describe the color purple to somebody if you close your eyes and start realizing what it feels like. Maybe purple is like satin. It's smooth and delicate. Maybe it has a texture to it that it's also firm. It's not easily broken. I don't know how to say that to you. I don't know why purple feels like that, but I know it feels like that for someone like me. I don't know if you need to know the color of the sun or the light on things to tell somebody how it feels to see that in your head or in your heart. And I feel like that's love for me. I'm blind to it perhaps, but it doesn't mean that I don't have every single depth that someone else has and same capacity to experience it in its full.
How does that make you feel?
Great. There's a sentence I always say to people, if not for this, then for what? It makes me feel like everything was worth it. It makes me feel like every piece of my heart that was broken and every part of me that's been messed up all serves a purpose and is for something. It makes me feel like I can do something very special. It makes me feel like I can speak to anyone wherever they are from, no matter what they've gone through or what they're going through. I've seen the worst, darkest, meanest things in people, and I can still love through that lens. And I feel very lucky, and I know it might sound a bit strange to somebody, watching this, but I feel very lucky. I'm not happy that I had to go through what I've gone through, but I am happy that I got through what I went through. And I just hope that when people catch wind of who I am, or they hear my artwork, or they listen to my music, or they see my life, that maybe it inspires something inside of them so that they can get through something difficult too. Maybe they can feel love when there's no love. I don't know.
What would you told yourself at your lowest point?
At my lowest point, I probably would have told myself that it's okay, that even plants themselves break through concrete and grow into trees. Just keep growing. If you feel like you're hitting the glass ceiling, just keep pushing.